Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today is not Monday, but I am going to be reacting to World of Warcraft content, and I'm going to be focusing on World of Warcraft cinematics and trailers. This is going to be part 37. I've been requested by Zafarak to react to the trailers and cinematics for World of Warcraft Dragonflight in chronologically ordered fashion. So I'm going to be focusing on today with the Dragonflight intro and promotion cinematics. Some of them I've already watched them. I think there's like maybe one or two or three of them that I've not seen, but majority of them I've seen them. So if you guys have already seen my reaction to those ones, you can just skip ahead on the timestamps for the newer ones that I haven't watched. And yeah, we're just going to continue with that until, wow, there's a lot of them here. There's a lot of videos here. So yeah, I'm just doing with the intro promotion cinematics about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And then next week Monday, if I'm here on next week Monday, hopefully, I'll be reacting to the next batch of cinematics and trailers centered around the questing and Oathstone restorations. Yeah, I'll be focusing on that next week. If you guys want to check out my previous reactions to the other parts of my World of Warcraft cinematics and trailers reactions, remember the playlist card is going to be at the top here. Just click on it and be able to access them. If you want to check out the original videos as well as World of Warcraft's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. And Zafarak, thank you very much for compiling this list, and let us start. 3, 2, 1, go.
The world has been sundered. It cries out in pain. We must go to its aid. We entrust our ancestral home to you, the Watchers. The land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes. You will feel our return in the waking of the land. Then you must light the beacon of Tyrhold, lest the path home be lost to us forever. world is healing. But her fate is yet uncertain. Together, we shall be Azeroth's protectors once again. Here, the new age of dragons shall begin.
Yeah, that was a very nice trailer, cinematic trailer for Dragonflight. And yeah, you know, Alexstrasza coming in there, saving the day. How she got there so fast, we will never know how she got there so fast to save the Watcher. But yeah, it was good. It was really good. And of course, seeing all the other dragon aspects, dragons, you know, the bronze, the blue, the black were not there in the trailer, you know. The black were not in the trailer, which was quite interesting. Because in the game, we see them, the black Dragonflight dragons. And of course, the red were also here visible. And yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. Let's continue.
Talent to the fore!
On the flank! Move! Heaven scales! Fall back!
Sleep.
Okay, that sounded and looked very scary. Because I think this is related to the cinematic stories, right? Relating to the Dracthyr. Yeah, but over here it showed it far more, in a far more scary, you know, yeah, haunting kind of way. With Razagath, you know, firing her lightning burst out of her mouth, and the Dracthyr fighting, and you hear them screaming and you know, moaning in pain. And yeah, it just looked very scary compared to how the cinematic stories look. They're not that scary, you know, they're just very informative and enjoyable to watch. But with this intro trailer for, I don't know how many seconds was that, like maybe like 40 seconds or something. Yeah, that was scary. That looked like a horror movie or something.
I am pleased that you have accepted our invitation to the Dragon Isles, Lord Commander.
During the dark days of the Cataclysm, the Aspects made great sacrifices to save our world. The Alliance will answer the call and stand together with Dragonkind once again.
Alexstrasza shall be most appreciative. Though she will insist that you do not bring any lingering conflicts to her shores.
You have my word that this will be an expedition, not a military maneuver. To honor our truce with the Horde, I have instructed the Explorers League to work in concert with the Reliquary.
Just think of all the ancient knowledge we can discover together.
The Dragon Isles is our home, not a place for outsiders to plunder. The Dracthyr will accompany the Alliance on this journey, but it will take time to build trust between us.
As a fellow soldier, I share your wariness, Azurathel.
Splendid! You two have found common ground already. Now then, let us begin preparations for our voyage. The Dragon Isles await.
Yeah, I remember seeing that cinematic in the game. Currently, I'm reacting to, you know, World of Warcraft Dragonflight gameplay done by AzerothDan, and his character's name is Atraxius. And yes, he's a Paladin Alliance member. Yeah, so he's been, you know, to Stormwind, and you know, he was speaking to Tolarian and to all those other characters. And yes, Wrathion was there, inviting them to the Dragon Isles. And yeah, I remember that cinematic. It's good. It's also good to see Wrathion and Tolarian, him being the stand-in leader of the Alliance and the stand-in leader of Stormwind until the true king returns. So yeah, guys, if you want to check out my reaction to the gameplay, the link is going to be in the description below, as well as for AzerothDan's YouTube channel. It's going to be in the description below. And yeah, it's very fun. So far, so good. So far, so good with Atraxis in the Dragon Isles.
The Aspects will be pleased that the Council has accepted their invitation. The Dragon Isles hold great wonders and many perils.
Those who answer the call will face whatever challenges may come.
The strength of the Horde has always been its people. I am heartened to hear it. But know that the Dragon Queen will not abide conflict on her shores. The Horde honors its truce with the Alliance. To that end, the Reliquary will work together with the Explorers League on an expedition of discovery.
I expect we will learn much from one another.
Do not forget, Ebonhorn, that the Dragon Isles are home to the Dracthyr as well. We intend to rediscover our past and lay claim to our future.
Then let our peoples make this journey together, Cindrathresh.
Agreed. Along the way, we can hone your combat skills, despite your obvious lack of wings.
I see there is much work ahead of us. Come then, the Dragon Isles await.
Cinderthresh, wings aren't everything, okay? They're not everything. Stop showing off. Oh gosh. Yes, I haven't seen this trailer. I expected Wrathion to be, as the representative of the Dragon Aspects, visiting not only the Alliance but also the Horde. But I think, what did Cinderthresh call him? Ebonhorn or Ebonhorn Spirit Walker is a dragon, right? He's just transformed himself into his mortal form, if I can say that. And yeah, the Horde Council is in leadership of the Horde, no longer a war chief. But I expected to see more of the council members there, from the other different races. But we only saw Bane there and another character called Myla High Mountain. I don't know who she is. I don't know how she's related to the council in particular. I'm not entirely sure. You guys in the comment section, you guys can tell me what's her contribution to the Horde, or how is she connected with Bane, in particular. But yeah, it's good to see that the Horde is sticking to this council leadership and not reverting back to a war chief. And let us hope that it continues this way for a very, very long time. I think the position of war chief should only come into existence when the Horde, or should I say Azeroth, is under threat, and they need a leader to lead all the different factions of the Horde, whether in defense or offense. So it's just for military purposes. When there is a existential crisis, the war chief must be the position of war chief must be activated again. Something like that. Okay, let's continue. You know what I've realized? The Dracthyr are show-offs. The Dracthyr are show-offs. Maybe they're trying to stand out from the, from the rest of the dragon kind, but really they are show-offs. Well, in the trailers and even now, like in the gameplay that we saw, the cinematic in the gameplay for the Horde, right? What's her name again? Cinder Thresh. Yes. She's talking about, we're gonna be training, we're gonna be having adventures, and we're gonna be gaining strength and power. Unfortunately, you guys don't have wings like us. Like, why must you bring that up? For what? For who? And now we're seeing in this cinematic, the Dracthyr, showing their power. Look what I can do. And then yeah, it's all a lot of show off, and yeah, I think they're just doing this just to set them apart from the other dragon kind, to say that we are special. Pick us as your new character to play in Dragonflight. You won't regret it. But so far in the gameplay, with AzerothDan, I haven't really seen that many Dracthyr players. I've seen the regular other types of characters from either the Horde or the Alliance, that people are choosing, but nothing on the Dracthyr. There are Dracthyr players, it's just that there are very few that I see of them, in the gameplay with AzerothDan. So I wonder what's going on with that. Are people not really enjoying the Dracthyr race, or maybe it's just because I'm watching with AzerothDan? I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, interesting. Let's continue.
This place holds many mysteries, but few answers.
Stop there! Who are you?
One who would be your guide. Tell me, what do you remember from before?
My general, a fierce battle. And then I was imprisoned in darkness.
But now, you are free.
What are you?
Come, there is much I would show you, to prepare you for the challenges that lie ahead.
This place, so strange. Where are we?
Where is less important than when. Many thousands of years ago, when our world was young, Azeroth was home to the ancestors of dragons. Primitive beasts ruled by primal instincts. Yet, there were a few in whom the spark of intelligence was lit, who thought, spoke, and felt more deeply than the rest.
What does this have to do with me?
Were it not for them, your people would not be. From these proto-dragons, there arose the monster, Galakrond. Whose insatiable hunger would have consumed us all. When the fate of our kind was at stake, we five overcame the instincts of fear and self-preservation and united to battle the Leviathan.
We? So, You were one of these.
For our bravery, risking everything to save the world, we were granted a gift of the Titans, transformed into something greater. Together, we became the Aspects, leaders of the Dragonflights, the protectors of Azeroth. In time, we took on visages like this to better commune with the younger races.
Why have you shown me this?
I am Nosdormu. I was aspect of the Bronze Flight. It is my fate to see all of time. But now a threat to our world approaches. An ancient enemy has returned. You will play a part in the events to come, and you will have to make a difficult choice, as we did.
I am not like you.
No. My story is already written, but yours, and that of all Dracthyr, is only beginning to unfold.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder how long do Dracthyr live for? And can they procreate? You know, did Neltharion put that into their evolution? You know, the aging process and, you know, how they procreate? Or are they simply just, you know, weapons that are to be used on the battlefield, and they won't necessarily die of natural causes, but they will die because of the occupation that they're in, you know, in terms of war. I'm just trying to figure that out exactly, because, you know, after they've dealt with what has happened here between the Primalists and the Dragon Aspects, you know, what is their future? What's next for them? You know, what's their purpose? Just like the Demon Hunters, you know, once the Burning Legion was defeated, what happens to them now? What's their purpose on Azeroth? Because their main purpose as Demon Hunters was to hunt demons and kill them, and you know, destroy the Burning Legion, and, you know, destroy the head Shalons, the commanding officers in the Burning Legion, you know, like kill Jaden and the rest. So now that situation is over, what happens to them next? What do they do with their lives? And that's what I'm also asking about the Dracthyr. What happens to them after all of this is over? Yeah, because mainly Neltharion created these guys as weapons. He didn't really see them as people, or he didn't really see them or value them as his own children, that, you know, he would wish for them to have a new life after serving you know, the Black Dragonflight, or serving him as Neltharion. So yeah, I'm just wondering, you know, what's the future going to entail for the Dracthyr race? Okay, let's continue.
What is your name, child?
Emberthal, a commander of the Dracthyr. You know of us?
You are a race of fierce warriors, unlike anything Azeroth has seen in many an age. In time, You may become as mighty as we once were.
Once? What happened?
The desire for power carries peril. We were blind to the darkness in our midst. Behold, the Dragon Isles. In the time after our ascension, we aspects sought to create a beacon of hope for all the world.
Beautiful. Therian, my general.
Indeed, we all had our roles to play. Guided by Alex Strasser, our conscience, our heart, we all became as close as clutchmates, or so it seemed. For we could not hear the whispers of corruption that tempted one of our own. When demons invaded our world, we aspects went forth to protect it as we always had. Not knowing whether we would ever again see the shores of home. Our brother Neltharion led our defense against the invaders. But for the first time, we found our strength inadequate. And we grew desperate. So when Neltharion assured us that with our help, he could forge a weapon to win the war, we placed our trust in him. And we renewed our battle against the demons, only to have Neltharion, who now took the name Deathwing, turn on his own kind. We could not foresee this betrayal, for we simply did not want to believe. Even after all this time, the pain of his treachery is far worse than the scars he left us with.
That is not the leader I remember. How do I know it was not you who provoked him?
You missed much during your confinement, but the sands of time reveal all truths, child, even bitter ones. Trust your eyes. When the champions of Azeroth faced Deathwing for the last time, he was so consumed by madness that he could not imagine what we would sacrifice to stop him. That the weapon we had helped him forge would become the means of his destruction.
Was there no other way?
Deathwing would have destroyed this world. To stop him, we aspects relinquished our power, our immortality, our guardianship of Azeroth itself. A fair trade, I believe.
You want something from me, don't you?
It is my gift and my burden to travel the pathways of time. But there is one crucial moment that has long remained hidden from me. And only you can lead me there.
Yeah, you know, Nosdomu's powers of being able to see into the future, or should I say into the past, yeah, also the future, right? Yes. It is a powerful gift, And, you know, there are some things that you just can't walk away from, especially when it comes to, you know, wanting the truth, you know, wanting to know about the truth. You can't just turn away from it. You have to look at it, you know, just like as if you're going to look at something that's peaceful, something that's nice in the future. You also have to look at the bitter parts, the parts that hurt. And yeah, you know, Amberthor didn't want to. She didn't want to accept that her leader, her master, her creator, Nartharion, you know, turned wicked, turned evil. And yeah, it must have really hurt her, you know, terribly. And just like with the rest of the Dracthyr race, you know, understanding that, you know, Nartharion, you know, sealed them away after the battle with the Primalists and Razagath. And also to find out that, you know, he's no longer here with them, that he's dead. And he turned into this creature called Deathwing. So yeah, it must be very painful for them. And, you know, this is why it also reverts back to my question before. Like, after all of this is done, what is their purpose? You know, what are they going to do with their lives? As free Dracthyr species of Dragonkin on the Dragon Isles. What is next for them? Because I think the only person who had the answers was their creator, Nartharion, and he's no longer here with us. So maybe, yeah, the Dracthyr are going to, you know, probably like form a council of leadership of their own. You know, like how the dragon aspects have their own council of leadership in terms of the dragon aspects, and you know, for instance, for example, the Maruk clans of Centaur, you know, they have their own leadership structures, they have their own chiefs and stuff like that. So maybe the Dracthyr are also going to do something like that after this is done, and they're going to be selecting leadership, and maybe from that leadership they will, you know, find a way to lead their people into a different future, yeah, into a different purpose, yeah.
Nosdormu, wait! You have led me through all these moments in time. Yet now you ask me to guide you?
There is a blind spot in my vision of a time before Neltharion's corruption, and I believe it centers upon you. I must know why. Seek him out in your memory.
It was my honor to command a battalion. We executed Neltharion's will precisely. Our devotion and discipline were unmatched.
The Titan artifact. That must be the source of your unity. This was an ancient magic that bound you to his will. Would you not sacrifice yourselves at his whim?
We were soldiers. There were many threats to the world. And here was the greatest. The Primalists.
That is Razagath, the Storm Eater. One of the leaders of the Primalist Rebellion.
They struck without warning, without honor, and I lost many friends this day. We fell back. Regrouped. Then, everything became jumbled, confused.
The artifact destroyed, and the order magic which had united the Dracthyr was dispelled. How then was Razagath defeated? from grace. In his desperation, he turned to the deepest evil, the power of the old gods. If only we had known.
But then, why were we imprisoned? Why did we sleep for so long?
If he could no longer control the Dracthyr, he would have deemed you a risk.
No. We laid down our lives for him. He was proud of us. Why would he... Stop this, Sand! I cannot see!
Because you do not want to. Yet you can only become more than you are if you confront your past.
So he locked us away. Forgot we even existed. It would have been kinder to simply destroy us.
I am sorry, my young friend. We had to know the truth. But do not despair. I now believe that Neltharion locked you away because of what you might become.
What we might achieve, free of his control.
And now, you are free. This world has much to offer, and you will have a part to play in the events to come.
You spoke of an ancient enemy's return. It is Raszageth and the Primalists. That is why we were awakened.
It seems that Neltharion yet had a purpose for you, but he is gone. You must decide which path you will take, which story you will tell.
My story will be my own.
Yes, guys, the Dracthyr are going to be creating their own story. They're going to be creating their own path. You know, the part when Nosdoma was saying that, yeah, you know, Neltharion was keeping you guys in storage. He was keeping you guys in storage for a far more, you know, well, yeah, he was keeping you guys in storage for emergency purposes. Like, should the old enemy return, the Primalists and Raszageth return, then you guys will come back and, you know, defend the Dragon Isles and Azeroth in totality. I'm not sure I believe that, really. I still stick behind Neltharion couldn't control them because he didn't have the Titan artifact anymore. He had to seal them away because they might become a threat, because he cannot control them. You know, if it was the case that, you know, he trusted them, he believed in them, that they would create their own path and, you know, they would be protectors of the Dragon Isles and Azeroth, then he wouldn't have put them into storage. He wouldn't have, you know, locked them away. He would have allowed them to be free as they are and to, you know, do as what they want to do. as a free people, as Dracthyr, you know, a long time ago. He wouldn't have locked them away. So I'm still, you know, on the side that, you know, Natharion locked them away purely because he could no longer control them, because the Titan artifact was destroyed, and, you know, he was just making sure before he lost total and utter, you know, control of these creatures, he would lock them away. And yeah, that's what he did. Why he didn't destroy them, like Amberthor was suggesting that, you know, maybe he should have destroyed us then. I don't know why he didn't do it, but thankfully he didn't, because we're going to need you guys, you know, fighting against the Primalists and Razagath. And yeah, you know, just like with chapter 2 and no, not chapter 1, but chapter 2, you know, where Amberthor didn't want to accept that Natharion turned evil, that he'd been consumed by the old gods. You know, when Nosdomu said that, you know, the past and the future, you know, it has the good parts and it has the bad parts. You have to open yourself to all of them. You can't just look at the good side and believe that this is the entire truth, this is the future, or this is the past. You have to look at it on both sides. And yeah, you know, Amberthor didn't want to do it. She didn't want to see the truth of, you know, what her creator did by locking them away. And yeah, it's a pain that, you know, you have to face if you want to walk into the future, if you want to have a clear conscience and understanding on what you want to become in Azeroth. You know, you need to know the past, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. So yeah, it's good. Amberthor, welcome. Welcome to Azeroth, and welcome to your brothers and sisters. And yeah, you know, let's see what you guys can do and contribute to Azeroth in the future. Okay guys, that is it. That is it for today with Dragonflight, World of Warcraft Dragonflight cinematics and trailers part 37. Remember guys, if you want to check out the original videos as well as World of Warcraft's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I guess I'll see you guys hopefully next week Monday. I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know when. And yes, Zafarak, thank you very much for the list, and I'm going to be continuing to use it as the weeks go by, and hopefully you guys will also be there to watch my reactions to the cinematics from the gameplay. Yes. Okay guys, that is it. Bye bye.